never thought I would sit on the cold park bench, clutching my bag, feeling the weight of the world crushing me. My husband had thrown words at me like daggers. "You're barren. I can't live like this." I had tried to smile, tried to reason, tried to make him see I was more than what he wanted me to be. But nothing worked. I felt invisible, discarded, unwanted. That night, I wandered aimlessly through the streets, the city lights blurring with my tears. I didn't know where I was going, only that I needed to escape the suffocating walls of the home I once loved. Every step felt heavier than the last, as though the world itself had turned against me. 2 days later, I found myself at a small cafe, nursing a lukewarm coffee, my eyes empty, my heart hollow. That's when I noticed him. A man about my age, worn but kind, with 5 children trailing behind him. They were laughing, fighting playfully, and for a moment I felt a pang of longing for what I had been told I could never give. He noticed me staring, and for reasons I can't explain, he smiled. Not the polite passing smile, but a real one, like he saw the heaviness I carried without me speaking a word. I quickly looked away, embarrassed to have been caught. Later our eyes met again, and he approached cautiously. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. His voice was calm, comforting. I didn't answer at first. How could I? I was the woman everyone had rejected, the one no one wanted to touch with kindness. He sat down across from me anyway, as if my silence was welcome. I couldn't help but notice. "You seem burdened," he said. And in that simple sentence, I felt a crack in the armor I had built around my pain. I started talking about my marriage, about the cruel words, about the emptiness. He listened, truly listened. He didn't interrupt, didn't judge, didn't pity. It was the first time in months that I felt seen, heard, valued. Then one of his children ran up to him, asking for help with homework. He looked at me and said, "Family can be complicated, but kindness can change everything." I felt a strange warmth in my chest, a flicker of hope I thought had died long ago. Over the next few weeks I saw him often. Not as a man trying to seduce me, but as a human being offering kindness, patience, and companionship. He never asked for anything in return, never pressured me, never reminded me of my past. One evening, he invited me over to meet all 5 children. My heart raced with nervousness, but their laughter and warmth quickly melted the tension. They didn't care about my past, my inability to give birth. They just wanted to know me, to share life with me. He and I spent hours talking after the children went to bed. He shared his struggles as a single parent, his fears, his dreams. And I shared mine. We laughed, we cried, we simply existed in each other's presence without judgment. It wasn't long before I realized I had started to heal. The rejection I had felt for years began to loosen its grip. I wasn't defined by my inability to have children. I was defined by my capacity for love, for kindness, for compassion. One quiet evening, he took my hand in his. "You're not just welcome here, you're needed," he said softly. I felt my chest tighten. Needed. Not for what I could give, but for who I was. Months passed, and our bond deepened. The 5 children had come to love me as their own, and I had come to love them fiercely. In their laughter, in their innocent arguments, in their small victories, I found a family I could call my own. The man who had once seemed like a stranger became my anchor, my partner, my safe harbor. We weren't defined by what society or others thought we lacked. We were defined by the love we nurtured, the trust we built, and the kindness we shared. I often think back to that moment when I was discarded, and I realize now that his rejection had been a cruel gift, leading me to someone who truly saw me, truly valued me, and truly wanted to share life with me. The twist of fate, the kindness of a single dad with 5 children, taught me a lesson I'll never forget. Sometimes when the world tells you you're not enough, life has a way of showing you where you truly belong. Now, every time I see our little family laughing together, I remember the pain, the rejection, and the despair, and I am grateful. Grateful for the kindness that healed me, for the love that chose me, and for the reminder that humanity, compassion, and heart can transform even the darkest chapters of life.